What's going on, everyone? Donovan Mitchell. The big question is he being traded from the Utah Jazz, right? Mini question, where is he going to land, right? Is the Utah Jazz actually going to trade him? Or are they just kind of fielding offers? The New York Knicks seem to be the number one destination, but based on a report, it looks like Donovan Mitchell deal may actually be done. And this is what I'm talking about. I've been receiving texts as we speak that Donovan Mitchell trade is done. It's agreed upon. They're working out the final details to be announced here shortly. It's a haul. Utah radio show, Jake and Ben podcast. Now, I don't know these people. I don't know if this is accurate. I don't know if this is real information. I don't know how successful the Utah radio show is personally. But the idea of Donovan Mitchell being traded and very likely to the New York Knicks, obviously they didn't say where he was being traded to, but I imagine it's the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are the ones that have been actively and heavily trying to pursue a package to acquire Donovan Mitchell. Now, if he does end up getting traded, regardless of where he gets traded to, you're talking about the first domino to fall, right? And not just that, but if he goes to the Knicks, you're talking about huge dominoes that could potentially fall, right? Because if the New York Knicks end up acquiring Donovan Mitchell, they want to acquire Russell Westbrook via trade to unload salary, buy Russell Westbrook out. And then if that happens, now you're talking the Kyrie Irving trade could get done because the Lakers would acquire more assets there. Talking about all kinds of stuff that could happen. You know, Kevin Durant, the asking price could go down, could go up. You know, it just, the Donovan Mitchell trade could be huge for the NBA and to kind of get the ball rolling in many other avenues, right? Donovan Mitchell gets traded. He goes to the Knicks. Other teams may look at, even the Kevin Durant trade, they might look at it as like, well, you know, the Knicks, maybe they're scary. Maybe teams think of it as like, you know, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, you got RJ Barrett, you know, you got, Mitchell Robinson. Like, this team could be make some noise. Like, maybe we want to upgrade. Let's go push in for Kevin Durant. Not saying it'll happen, but it definitely becomes interesting. And I do believe Donovan Mitchell will be the first domino to fall. And if this is accurate and this report is true, we could be getting the announcement likely tomorrow. Now, this report happened a couple hours ago. I wanted to kind of wait and see if it was going to get announced tonight. So far, nothing has been announced tonight. But if they are accurate and what they are saying is true, then this deal could be done as soon as tomorrow morning. I mean, we could wake up tomorrow morning and Donovan Mitchell could be traded to the Knicks or some other team. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Knicks just because based on all the reports, and the Knicks seem to be the only team really heavily going in. Not just that, but the New York Knicks seem to be the only team that have the real asking price to acquire Donovan Mitchell. Like, they could give up like 8 draft picks and still acquire Donovan Mitchell and give up like a guy like Grimes, things like that. So I do imagine it's going to be like a ton of draft picks, especially if what is reported is true and it is a real haul. I would imagine, like I said, somewhere between 5 to maybe 7 or 8 draft picks, probably give up Grimes, probably give up quickly, something like that. I think could very well be the case. And then, you know, whoever else they got to add just to get the salary rolling. I think that that's a huge possibility. But again, if Donovan Mitchell gets traded, he is probably the first domino that could lead to various things, especially if the Knicks want to go after Russell Westbrook. Because if the Knicks want to go after Russell Westbrook, which if they get Donovan Mitchell, makes a world of sense. Because they are strapped for salary cap. They need to renew or, re-up RJ Barrett and need to sign him to an extension or a new deal or whatever they decide to do. And they would be completely strapped for salary for the next 4 years. So they would be in their best interest to go and make a deal to try to clear up, Evan Fournier, Derrick Rose, Julius Randle for a Russell Westbrook. Take Russ, you buy him out for a year, not a big deal. You're still very likely competitive. You're still probably a playoff team with Mitchell, Brunson, RJ Barrett. You got Mitchell Robinson, and then whoever else they got that they don't trade in the deal for the Utah Jazz, stuff like that. They could still have a really good and really competitive team that could be huge. And then the Lakers very likely get another first round pick. They likely get like I said, Rose, Julius Randle, and Evan Fournier. Maybe you package Julius Randle, Derrick Rose, and 2 firsts to the Brooklyn Nets for Kyrie Irving, and then that deal gets done. We could see, like, in the next coming days, assuming this is true, assuming this is accurate, in the next few days, we could be seeing a lot of major blockbuster trades happening, because I think Donovan Mitchell is going to be the first to fall. And then once that happens, I think the Kyrie Irving trade could happen. The Kevin Durant trade could happen. I just think that this could really shake up the NBA. Will it happen? We'll see. You know, I would assume that this radio show isn't just spewing out nonsense. I hope, but you never really know. Clout, all that stuff is a big factor. You know, they are in the business of providing content that people want to click on, want to listen to, want to watch. That's what we all do, right? Same thing with myself. I'm a YouTuber. I want to, you know, make videos that are entertaining, that are eye-catching, stuff like that. I don't try to put out information that is inaccurate. I try to, you know, give you the information as presented, and then give my opinion. But not everybody's like that. Not everybody looks at it like that. You know, some people, anybody could just say, oh yeah, I'm getting text messages. You know, oh yeah, I'm getting phone calls. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell himself called me and said, hey bro, like, guess what? I'm being traded to the Knicks. Anyone could say that. But you would imagine that a Utah radio show would be a little more, you know, reliable. There we go, for lack of a better word. But anyway, that being said, as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think about this potentially happening? Do you think, like, yes, this is the first domino to fall, this is huge, this could really impact the NBA? You know, you got the Westbrook trade, the Kyrie trade, the Kevin Durant trade, all of that stuff. Or do you think, no, it's nothing, it's just some nonsense, we'll wait and see? I'm a little hesitant with this news just because it was originally reported 6 hours ago and nothing's happened, but they could have waited till the new day. You know, you got to imagine, especially if it's in New York, talking 3 hours ahead of what it is in Utah, they could be looking at it as like, you know, hey, you know, by the time they actually got the deal finalized, it could have been, you know, 9 p.m. in New York. And they're like, let's just wait till tomorrow to make the announcement, all that stuff. So that could be a possibility. But again, love to hear your thoughts and opinions, however you feel about it, down in the comment section below. One last little shameless plug is I did start As It Stands Lakers. It is a channel just like this, dedicated to only the Lakers, because the Lakers are my favorite team. And on this channel, As It Stands, I talk about all teams, all sports, stuff like that. We have football season coming up, so I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I just wanted to make a dedicated channel to the Lakers to give the ins and outs. Now, all the big stuff, all the big news and stuff, I will still post here on this channel. But if you want all the ins and outs and just rumors and theories and just discussions just strictly on the Lakers, link down in the description or in the comment section. Go check out the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot, lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.